We've all been there. That looming deadline, that task we've been putting off for days or maybe even weeks, the nagging feeling of guilt and the growing sense of urgency. Yes, we're talking about procrastination, that universal human experience that unites us in a strange dance of avoidance and eventual panic. Procrastination is more than just laziness. It's a complex interplay of emotions, motivations, and even brain chemistry. Understanding this intricate dance is the first step towards breaking free from its grip. We all have our own unique reasons for procrastinating, but the underlying mechanisms are often surprisingly similar. Whether it's fear of failure, perfectionism, or simply feeling overwhelmed, procrastination can have a significant impact on our lives, affecting our productivity, well-being, and even our sleep. But there's hope. By understanding the science behind procrastination, we can develop strategies to overcome it and unlock our true potential. Deep within our brains, a constant battle for control is taking place. On one side, we have the prefrontal cortex, the rational decision-maker responsible for planning, organization, and impulse control. On the other side, we have the amygdala, the emotional center of our brain, primed to protect us from perceived threats. When we're faced with a task that triggers feelings of stress, anxiety, or fear, the amygdala springs into action, hijacking our rational brain and sending us into fight or flight mode. This ancient survival mechanism, while useful in the face of real danger, is less helpful when it comes to tackling that looming work project or studying for an important exam. The amygdala doesn't distinguish between a physical threat and a perceived threat, like the fear of failure or judgment. As a result, we're hardwired to seek immediate relief from these uncomfortable emotions, even if it means sacrificing long-term goals for short-term comfort. This is where procrastination steps in, offering a temporary escape from the stress and anxiety associated with the task at hand. The more stressful we perceive a task to be, the more likely we are to procrastinate. This is because stress amplifies the amygdala's response, making it even harder for our prefrontal cortex to regain control. The problem is, our perception of a task's difficulty is often far worse than the reality. Think about a time you were dreading a particular assignment. You might have spent hours worrying about it, only to find that it wasn't nearly as bad as you imagined once you finally sat down to do it. This is because our brains are wired to overestimate threats and underestimate our ability to cope with them. This negativity bias, while intended to keep us safe, can also keep us stuck in a cycle of procrastination. The more we avoid a task, the more daunting it becomes in our minds, leading to increased stress and further avoidance. This is why it's crucial to challenge our negative thoughts and reframe our perception of challenging tasks. Section 4. Breaking free strategies for overcoming procrastination. Breaking the procrastination cycle requires a multifaceted approach that addresses both the emotional and practical aspects of this common challenge. While there's no one-size-fits-all solution, there are several strategies that can help us regain control and boost our productivity. One effective technique is to break down large, overwhelming tasks into smaller, more manageable chunks. This not only makes the task seem less daunting, but also provides a sense of accomplishment as we complete each step, fueling our motivation to continue. Another helpful strategy is to create a dedicated workspace that is free from distractions. This could be a quiet corner in your home, a local coffee shop, or even a park bench. The key is to find an environment that allows you to focus solely on the task at hand. Time management techniques, such as the Pomodoro technique, can also be incredibly effective. This method involves setting a timer for 25 minutes of focused work, followed by a 5-minute break. This structured approach can help us overcome procrastination by creating a sense of urgency and preventing burnout. Section 5. The power of self-compassion, embracing imperfection. Perhaps the most important ingredient in overcoming procrastination is self-compassion. We all procrastinate sometimes, and that's okay. It's important to remember that we are not our procrastination, and beating ourselves up will only make things worse. Instead of dwelling on past mistakes, focus on the present moment and what you can do right now to move forward. Celebrate your small victories and acknowledge your efforts, no matter how small they may seem. Remember, progress, not perfection, is the goal. Embrace your imperfections, learn from your mistakes, and keep moving forward one step at a time. Overcoming procrastination is a journey, not a destination. So be kind to yourself along the way and never underestimate your ability to change.